smell like peppermint, Febreze. I like odors. I like the smell of Lysol. I like the smell of bleach. Vinegar, not so much. Anyways, let's face it. It's not easy to keep your house smelling like flowers or lavender or maybe even peppermint. So what do? Well, there are houses that I've been in that have pet odors, cooking smells. Yeah, did you ever go in a house that smells like turmeric? It's got that gross smell. Yeah. There's all kinds of fish smell. Just crazy. Anyways, I don't like odors. So what do? It's not easy to keep your house smelling great. But fortunately for everyone here, there's a better way than spraying or using those gels or the plug-in or even, whatever they are, the rearview mirror things. So what you need to do is take your furnace filter out, okay? Make sure you turn everything off so nothing's running. And for all you ladies and guys out there in that essential oil business, take 3 drops of this under your tongue. Put this on your feet at night. It kills COVID. Listen, all I want to do is have the house smell good. So take a few drops of your essential oils. Yeah, you heard me, essential oils. Now, you got to have a clean filter. If you got a dirty, plugged up, schmutzy filter and all the scutz is in it, you got problems. It's got to be a clean filter. But drop a few droplets of your favorite essential oil in the pleats. Make sure you reinstall the filter so the airflow is going in the direction where it blows over the oil, through the filter, and then into your house. Okay? The density of your filter, whether it's a MERV 16 or a thick filter, will change and will affect the scent. However, you can put a little more and you can test it. What you do is you put it in the filter, you turn the fan on, and then you go up to the farthest ductwork away. Wait 5 minutes and see if you can smell it. And literally, you can have a house smelling fresh. If you've done that or know about it, I want to hear from you. 248 539 9797. We're going to talk about my pizza. We're going to talk about Freddie, because my man Freddie, I'm going to make sure that he's at my pizza party. We're going to do a charity event. How about that, Freddie? Anyways, we're going to take a quick break. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. So I got a pizza oven recently for my outdoor kitchen, staycationing. I ordered it a long time ago and got it from Boolier's out in Royal Oak. If you're thinking fireplace barbecue or stuff like that, literally, they're the go-to place. So, I'm a foodie. If everyone knows me, I'm a home improvement expert. Grew up in the industry, fourth-generation contractor. But I love food. And food's a passion of mine. So I always transfer over to food. But I was doing my outdoor kitchen, redoing my deck. And sure enough, I decided I want a pizza oven because I got addicted to Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports, his pizza reviews. Because I eat out all the time, I love pizza. And of course, I want the best pizza. And literally there's like 3 places in Metro Detroit that has the best pizza. Okay. And I would love to hear from you. Who do you think has the best pizza in Metro Detroit? Now, we're not talking chains. We're talking, family-owned pizza places. So, anyways, I want to know, 248-539-9797. Text me who you think has the best pizza around town. Because, is it Buddy's? Is it Freddy, the pizza man? Is it Tomatoes of Pizza? Is it wherever? So, I don't know. But I'm a big Pizzaola guy. And I got addicted to watching pizza reviews. So, I totally wanted to make my own pizzas. And I bought a pizza stone and we did it in my oven. And I got a nice oven. It gets hot. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a pizza oven. So I got a pizza oven, and literally I've had it a week, and it's been a week of pizza fails. So I need some advice. So I reached out to a couple of people that own pizza places, and one of them is Freddie the Pizza Man. And he has been a pizza guy forever. So let's talk to Freddie really quick, because he's a good guy, and he's a huge fan of 97 Won the Ticket. You there, Freddie?
Morning, Adam. How you doing, buddy?
I'm so good. I don't know what to do with myself, but I got to tell you something. Making pizzas is not easy. It's not easy, my friend.
Yeah, what's funny about all that, and the funny thing is, because of your post the other day, I was introduced to your friend, which I didn't know he was in my place a few times, so it was a small world, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to say the name. Yeah. So, yeah, Adam, you have this website called Hire It Done, right?
Yep, I sure do.
What do you think about these people that have no permit, no licenses, and do houses and do have what jobs? What do you feel about those people?
Well, that's the problem. There's a myth out there about permits. Permits are not just to make money, not just to get more taxes. It's there to protect the homeowner, and a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So the key is it's the law. You got to pull a permit, and I recommend people do because it's an extra set of eyes on the job. It may slow down the job a little bit, but at the end of the day, that's not what people want. Literally, they want a job done right.
I 1,000% agree with you. But the point I was trying to make is that everybody turned into a handyman,
expert,
electrician, and plumber expert. Exactly. And now a lot of people you see online are making pizza, and they think it's easy. And it kind of cracks me up. It's not an easy thing. Imagine when you're making one pizza at home versus having 100 people standing in front of you, and you got to proof that dough, and you got to do it. It's not an easy job, man. But I thought you did pretty good with it, Adam. I thought it looked really good.
Okay, so thank you. I appreciate that. I like my pizzas well done, but I will tell you this. Here's what I did. I just found out that my pizza oven, so I'm making pizzas, I want it to be 300, 450 degrees, right around there, right? And forget about margarita, flat New York style, or the poolish dough and all that. I'm not even that experienced yet. But what I didn't realize was my pizza oven, I ordered it from Italy, okay?
Yeah.
The temperature gauge on the pizza oven, and I didn't know this, Freddie, this is the big mistake, so I'm a rookie times 10. My temperature gauge on the pizza oven is in Celsius.
Oh.
So I'm thinking 400 degrees Celsius, and I'm putting the pizza in there, and I'm like, wow, it feels kind of hot for 400 degrees. But I'm like, oh, it's a pizza oven. And literally 400 degrees Fahrenheit is like 750 Yeah, 400 degrees Celsius is 750 Fahrenheit. So I'm burning, everything's burning in like 30 seconds. I'm like, holy moly, this is a fast oven.
You really, a great pizza is you need high heat. You can make all the great dough and all the sauces, but if you don't have high heat in a pizza oven, you're never going to make a great pizza. It's the heat. So you weren't that far off with the heat. You probably want to be about 675 to 725. You weren't really that hard. Did you turn the pizza at all? Spin it?
Yeah, I tried to. That's the other thing. I made a bunch of mini pizzas. I didn't show that. I didn't take videos of it. They all fell off the peel. I bought the pizza peels and all that. And the one peel kind of twists. It has a handle on it. And, of course, I flopped them right onto my deck. Like, it's such a failure. If you could see, I should make TikTok videos on pizza fails. That's how bad I am. I'll get better. It takes practice.
You might do well with that. But let me ask you before you let me go. So, a lot of people are cooking at home nowadays.
Yeah.
What do you think of the value of a pizza oven in a home would lend to a house?
Okay, that's it's a fantastic question. I'm going to tell you right now. Right now, it's like air conditioning was in the 60s and 70s, a luxury. It's really not. My pizza oven's portable. I mean, it's big. If you saw the picture of it, and it's it's the size of a huge built-in barbecue. But I don't think it's going to make a deal breaker or not. But if I move, I'm taking the pizza oven with me. So
100%. Yeah, so you don't have it connected. You have it connected to gas line?
Yeah, I ordered the wood and gas. I ordered both, so I have the gas line. So mine heats up. The reason why I got the gas line was because I was reading that the wood fired takes an hour to get to the temperature.
Yeah.
So I have the gas, so it's kind of, and mine does both. But yeah, I need more practice. So Freddie, I'm going to have a pizza party at my house. I was hoping we could do a little charity and you can come over and be like our celebrity pizzaola.
I would love it.
We'll pop that cap. And we'll make donations to pop that cap when everyone comes over.
I would love it, buddy. So keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Real quick, Freddie, what was the score Dave Portnoy gave you?
8.7. It's the highest in 2021 so far.
I love it. Congratulations, brother.
Thanks, brother.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So, if you're going to renovate at your house and you want to do a luxury like a pizza oven, you got to do the research. And trust me, I burnt every pizza. 248-539-9797. Tell me, what's your favorite pizza place in Detroit? 112 Pizzeria Bistro in Rochester. I've been there. That was really good. Really good. Louis Pizza, of course. Louis from Aaron from Madison. Thanks, Aaron. Louis is like one of the original. Like they're like tied in with Buddies. They have a really good antipasto salad. Holiday Pizza in Sterling Heights. Ed from Shelby's there. I haven't been to Holiday Pizza. I'm gonna have to check that one out. But here's the thing: if you're renovating your kitchen, you don't have a kitchen for 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes longer. Do you eat pizza every night? What do? Do you eat out all the time? I'd like to know. Anyways, 4 common renovation mistakes to avoid when we come back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Thanks for tuning in this morning. 248-539-9797. It's a shout-out Saturday. We were talking about pizza in Detroit. Who's got the best pizza around? We just had Freddie the Pizza Man on talking about pizza ovens because I got a pizza oven in my backyard and I'm trying to make pizzas. And I'm literally failing. But I'll get good at it. And, of course, my mistake was my pizza oven was in Celsius, the temperature gauge. So I'm looking at 300, 400 degrees, and I'm like, it seems really hot. Well, I literally burned everything, but it's okay. So what kind of renovation mistakes are you trying to avoid? Or if you're going to think about renovation, let me give you some advice on what you need to do to plan a renovation, especially now. See, the market's competitive right now, like extremely. Many homeowners opt to renovate their properties rather than sell or buy. And the reason why is because it's a seller's market. Yeah, you could sell your house for a crap ton of money, okay? I have a friend in Bloomfield Hills sold his house 4 days on the market. And I said to him, great. You got top dollar. Now what? Well, I got to find a place. Well, now you got to buy a top dollar place. So I have a lot of people saying to me, you know what, Adam? I'm going to wait it out. I'm not going to sell my house yet. I'm going to renovate. And by the way, it's a smart move for many reasons. But as you know, home projects can often end up being expensive, over budget, time-consuming, anxiety-ridden, divorce-creating. That's the way it is. And, yeah, I think you got to be careful if you don't plan it properly, right? So let me tell you what mistake to avoid. Number one, don't choose the wrong project. A lot of people choose the wrong project. Ultimately, you want your upgrades in your house to increase your home's value and deliver a return on investment when you eventually sell. That's the goal. Now, some people don't care. Some people say, I don't care what my house sells for. I don't care what it is. I want to enjoy my tub in the middle of my family room. And that's the way it is. Because the tub in the middle of the family room is not going to add resale value. But if you want to have a tub in the middle of your family room, God bless you. I know a contractor who put it in. So you also want to use your precious time wisely. Time is the new currency. You know, Glenn Hagee used to tell people the most important tool in your toolbox is your checkbook. And I thought that was so brilliant. But you know what it is today? Of course, one of the best tools is your checkbook. However, time. Time is more important than anything. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? So if you think about it, your time is worth something. When selecting a project, make sure you choose one that's more trouble than it's worth. That isn't more trouble than it's worth. Let's make sure we got that. That's important. So, now what? Find the right project. You want to renovate your bathroom? You've been sitting at home staring at your house. You go to the bathroom, you're like, you know what? The tile's cracking. The toilet doesn't flush like I like. I need an exhaust fan. It's time to renovate the bathroom. Great job. How about a kitchen? Love it. Outdoor kitchen? Even better. I got all the contractors you want if you want to wait. Now, here's another mistake I want you to avoid. Going too big. Now, my attitude has always been go big or go home. Just ask Doug. You don't have to completely redo your kitchen or bathroom to make a big impact. Could you simply repaint the cabinets or replace the fixtures instead? Yeah. Try to consider low-cost, low-effort alternatives that could deliver a similar result to what you're aiming for. Sometimes painting your cabinets and new hardware could be all the difference in the world. I think so. Literally, I think so. 248-539-9797. Shout out Saturday. You got a home improvement question for me? We're talking about renovation mistakes you should avoid. Okay? Avoid going with the lowest price. That's right, you heard me. Now, there are some exceptions to that. And some of those exceptions are like if you got 3 bids from real good quality contractors that are apples to apples, and they're both going to give you, or they're all 3 are going to give you the same quality, then you have the right to negotiate, and you have the right to try and lower the price. Remember, you want to buy everything as cheap as possible, but not cheaply made, not compromising quality. That's important, okay? So you should get that also. So just make sure that you do it right. Now, going too big is a mistake sometimes. Sometimes it makes sense to find other ways. Alternatives is what we say. Get the same result with an alternative idea or project. Trying to, here's another mistake. This is a big one, and this is especially for the the haters out there. Trying to do it yourself is something you shouldn't do. Take it from me. From the neck down, I'm worth minimum wage. Okay? Let me say that again. From the neck down, I'm worth minimum wage. From the chin up, 10 figures. Remember that. So, you can tackle some projects yourself. But if it requires specialized skills like plumbing, electrical, structural updates, you're better off leaving it to the pros. Do-it-yourself work is typically best reserved for small-scale renovations like painting, flower planting, caulking, maybe hanging a few shelves, maybe going to IKEA and bringing home some wall units and putting them together yourself, right? That'll take you 6 months. So it's important that you know. DIY is, I'm not anti-DIY, by the way. I'm pro do it for me. Does anyone out there understand the difference? I'm not anti do it yourself. You want to do it yourself? Have at it. Make sure you hire a pro when you want to have it done right. Okay, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. It's not the end of the world. Finding the right pro is the better way to go. And by the way, Google ruined the home improvement business, amongst other businesses. And let me explain to you why I say Google ruined it. Because Google gives you the answer to the question immediately. Google can give you the products immediately. Google can tell you the names of contractors immediately. So now all of a sudden in your head, when you go to Google, it's fast. And then you find the contractor and you get a bathroom. And the contractor says, oh, it takes 4 weeks. That's not fast. But the contractor can't even show up for a week. And then when you give him a deposit, it's 4 weeks before he even starts. And then once he starts, it's another 4 weeks. That's not fast, Google. And then you watch HGTV, B&E, A&E, Bravo, Discovery Channel. You watch all these, right? And you see them renovate a bathroom in 30 minutes. You're like, that's so easy. And then they tell you a budget of $1,500. I call that fuzzy math. Really? Come on. You can't, just so you know. It doesn't work that way. So, doing it yourself, not so much. Now, here's a big one I want you to avoid. And this is like one that everyone should pay attention to, okay? Budgeting. Failing to budget properly. By the way, if you have a question this morning, 248-539-9797. We're talking about common renovation mistakes to avoid and choosing the wrong project, going too big, doing it yourself. And this is the big one. Failing to budget properly. Make sure you have a plan to avoid the most common budgeting problems. These include underestimating your costs. Duh. Not saving enough before starting your work. That's a big one. And failing to have a good buffer set aside in case of surprises. So let's break those down together. And by the way, does anyone know the 4 dirty words of home improvement? Because if you do, I want to hear them from you, the listener. There are people out there that listen and know. 248-539-9797. What are the 4 dirty words of home improvement? Right? 248-539-9797. The 4 dirty words of home improvement. So we're talking about failing to budget properly. So what are some budget problems? Okay, well, let's think about it. Material selections. If the contractor says to you, you have a $4 allowance for tile, then that's your budget. If you're trying to stick within budget, then go find tile for $4. If you decided that, okay, the job's going to take 4 weeks, and you budgeted eating out for 4 weeks, put the jobs on week 8. Did you budget for those extra 4 weeks? We're going to talk more about budgeting properly for your project in a minute after the break. But text me, 248-539-9797. Let me know 4 dirty words of home improvement. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Great Saturday morning. Sun is out. Looks like today the weather's going to be good. It's a high of 81, which I like. Right now it's 55 degrees here in Southfield. And I'm happy. So we're talking about renovation mistakes to avoid. And, of course, failing to budget properly is one of the biggest ones. And, of course, I asked everyone, what's the 4 dirty words of home improvement? It calls under budgeting. And, of course, my man Dan from Austin, Texas, said, we might as well. And he's right. And here's what I'm saying. When the contractor tells you $4 a square foot allowance, you can go buy tile for $4 a square foot. Or you can we might as well get the $6 tile or the $12 tile. So what happens when you have 200 square feet of tile? You got $4 a square foot, right? So that's $800 you have to spend on tile. So now what? Let's say you have 200 square feet. Let's say you find $12 tile. Okay? $12 times 200 square feet is $2,400. But you got a $4 allowance. So you got to go 12 minus 4 is 8. So then $8 a square foot times 200 is $1,600. So you're going to pay $1,600 for an upgraded tile. You might as well do it, right? If you love it so much, do it. Now you move on to the next thing. You want the toilet that I talk about that wipes your tushy. What do? That wasn't included in the budget. That toilet's X thousands of dollars. The budget that the contractor had is $800. So now you got to pay the difference. X thousands. Yeah, that's what I said. But there's the other thing that he says, well, but if you want that toilet, no problem. However, that toilet requires a separate GFI circuit plug. Oh, that's another $400. Might as well do it. Think about all the money we'll save on toilet paper, honey. So that's part of the budgeting, okay? What happens when the contractor demolitions your basement or your bathroom or any of the rooms that you're working on and he finds rotted lumber, rotted areas behind the drywall? Do you think there's not going to be an extra? Do you think there's going to be a change order? Of course. Those are the unexpected things. Those are the things you need to make sure you're ready for. So it's important that you know the common renovation mistakes to avoid are things like that. How about waiting for a contractor? Or, a mistake is hiring the wrong contractor. Now, how do you know if it's the right contractor or the wrong contractor? That's the problem. We don't. We don't have a crystal ball. So what do? Well, the best thing to do is interview, due diligence, research, ask questions, create a comfort zone. Contractors want to do business with you. And it's not a turnoff if they ask a lot of questions. It's the contractor's job to identify the fact that the homeowner is asking a lot of questions because they're either trying to gather as much information from you as possible to make sure they're getting the right decision, as opposed to trying to set you up. That's the problem, okay? So what are some of the questions where a homeowner gets too deep? I don't like when homeowners ask contractors, well, can you carve out how much profit you're making? You quoted me $15,000 for my bathroom, Mr. Homeowner, Mr. Contractor. How much profit are you making? Is it the homeowner's right to know his profit? I mean, literally. I don't think so. And here's the reason why. Profit is different to each person. If you have a contractor that has 30, 40, 50 years in business, and he's got carpenters that have been working for him for that long, and those guys are getting $50 an hour, and that contractor's got a building, he's got a showroom, he's got a pension for his employees, he's got health care, he advertises. And when he takes, his cost is, let's just say his cost is $9,000 for a bathroom. Cost. Then he's got to mark it up. The same contractor who gets similar cost, they mark it up as well. So one guy marks it up from $9,000 to $15,000. Okay? So that's a $6,000 gross profit. Is that too much? Is he gouging the homeowner? I mean, think about that. You may, on the surface, think, oh my God, that's so much. I can't believe it. But if you take it, 9,000 times 1.67, yeah, That's a 38% gross profit. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's normal and that's standard in the home improvement industry. A $9,000 cost sells for $15,000. If you're a contractor out there, let me know if you agree with me or not. 248-539-9797, text me. So here's what I'm saying for the homeowners. The reason why that seems, it may seem large to you, it doesn't seem large to me, is because, look, contractors got overhead, which is insurance, his trucks, his rent. That's called overhead. That may cost him several thousand a month. Then he's got his employees, right? And he might be having employees that he pays more because they're better workers. He's got staff in the office. So he needs to be able to pay for all that. And then he needs to put a little cushion in his pricing in case he has to redo some work, in case the homeowner's nuts. Am I making sense? I sure hope so. I don't want people to not make sense. But that's the point. So it's not too much money. That type of markup is normal in our business. Now, if you find a guy who says, oh, I do it cost plus 10%. Well, what's the cost? Because here's what I'm going to tell you. If the lumber costs $1,000, okay, that's the lumber. Now you got to have someone go pick it up. Then you got to deliver it. Then you got to hire the carpenters to put it up, right? And use it. So right there, there's more costs. So when a contractor says, I do cost plus 10%, what's the real cost he's adding 10% to? So here's it is, $1,000 for lumber, and then there's a cost to delivering it, cost to picking it up, a cost to installing it, and there's a cost to insuring it. So all that together is another $1,000. So now you got $2,000. And then he does plus 10% of that, $200. So now you're paying $2,200 for a $1,000 item. You see the fuzzy math contractors can play, homeowners can play. That's why if a homeowner is so obsessed with finding out what a contractor is making, they're running up the wrong tree. Literally. That's why when you find an honest contractor, he's like, look, here's the deal. You can check my price all over the place. I'm never going to be the most expensive. I'm never going to be the cheapest. I'm right in the middle. You know, that's the problem I had with window companies and the way they paid what they call par pricing. What do I mean by that? Par pricing. Because if a window is 2 foot wide by 3 foot tall, there should be a standard price. $300, $600, whatever it is. Let's just say $600. There are window companies out there that will come to your house in Bloomfield, come to your house in Birmingham, or in Detroit. Doesn't matter. And they'll say, okay, Mrs. Jones, you got 11 windows. And if you have 11 windows, let's say the average window is $650. So 11 times $650 is $7,150. So they know that $7,150 they're going to make their commission. And let's just say their commission's 10%. So they're going to make $715 for the hour and a half that they're at your house. Not bad. They do that two times a day, 5 days a week. It's some money. That's some serious money. However, $7,150 for 11 windows. Vinyl, low E, argon, sealed, blah, 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 blah. Now do this. The contractor says it's $12,000, Mrs. Homeowner, for your windows. You're like, what? 12 what? Are you kidding me? So now what? Well, Mrs. Jones, what do you think? I think you're crazy, Mr. Window Guy. Well, what do you do now? Well, I think I need a better price. Okay, well, Mrs. Jones, if I can call my manager right now and I can get you a better price, are you willing to commit to the project? Because I don't want to call my manager and not get the project because he'll yell at me and I'll get in trouble. So what do you say? Well, as a homeowner, you should say to him, listen, I want your best price, and then I'll decide. If you don't want, and if I can't decide right now, then don't give me your best price. Just leave. So give your best shot. But as a homeowner, you need to know that. So now what happens? He goes out on the porch, makes a phone call supposedly, or right in front of you, where the manager knows that he's going to be calling. And he says, oh, well, you know, we got a little bit of a special this week. I could probably knock 10% off, but listen, they have to order it tonight. Otherwise, the prices are going up. So, Mrs. Jones, I can give you 10% off if you buy it tonight. That's crazy. And my answer when we come back. This is the Higher Done Radio Network. My name's Adam Helfman. Keep it locked in. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Good morning. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Home improvement weekend on fire. Great morning so far. Right now, Metro Detroit is 58 degrees. Looks like we're going to have a high of 82 today. Super excited. No rain. Loving that. So, what's on your home improvement list today? You got anything good lined up? Want to have some fun? Well, thanks for tuning in. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. If you have a question this morning, text me 248-539-9797. It's also Shout Out Saturday, so if you're a contractor, essential worker, or if you have a question that Google can't answer, I'd love to help you. Text me 248-539-9797. We got lots to talk about this hour. It's going to be a good hour. What are some of the myths about home improvement you need to get rid of? So let's talk about myths. Here's one of them. I got a few here we can talk about. Expensive materials that add value to your home. Many materials that are expensive will be attractive to visitors, right? Gold faucets, toilets that wipe your butt, heated seats, things that I like. May not add value to your home. Adding expensive materials that few people will appreciate can make it harder to sell later. Think about that. For instance, you may use the most expensive bathroom accessories and get wows from your relatives. But the value-conscious buyer may opt for a more affordable home. It's true. So always consider the net value improvement of the home before you add any expensive materials. Now, that type of theory should do really well with people are flipping homes. I need you to know that, because when you flip a home, that's where you want to give good looking value, but you don't want to spend a lot of money because you want to maximize your profit. But again, adding expensive materials. So what's an expensive material? Granite? Quartz? I mean, what if you do surround sound or speakers or, smart home stuff? There's cheap stuff and there's expensive stuff. That's the key, right? Well, that's where you got to figure it out. 248-539-9797. If every room could use a remodel, what would be recommended to do first to raise home value? Kitchen, bathroom, other. Jared. Well, that's a really good question, Jared. If anyone else has a question about home improvement, text me 248-539-9797. I would have to say kitchen or bath is the best return on investment. But let me ask a question. How many people out there have put value on enjoyment? Enjoying what you do. Think about that. Sometimes the enjoyment value is more important than the resale value or the return on investment. Hi, Adam. I'm thinking about finishing my basement. It's 1,800 square feet and completely unfinished. What is the ballpark would it cost me? I need framing. Thanks, Dan. Okay, well, the ballpark I'm going to give you is either Tiger Stadium or Comerica Park, because both are ballparks. One's more expensive than the other. So without seeing your basement, I can't really give you a price. But 1,800 square foot basement, you're going to spend $50,000 minimum on a basement. I got some good basement companies, by the way. Finished Basements Plus. They'll come out for free. Jim Seggy Renovations. There's a lot you can do. But back to bathroom remodeling. It's a good return on investment. I would do a bathroom or kitchen first. Maybe a kitchen more than a bathroom, because when you have the guests over and when people come to look at a house that you're going to sell, the first thing they do is go to the kitchen, check it out. So what about trendy? Is trendy a myth? It's obvious that design trends change frequently. What you call trendy today may not be viewed as trendy tomorrow. So always select design that best suits your personality and lifestyle. Makes sense. You can do a bit of research on the internet. In fact, everyone does. Magazines. And figure out what else suits you best. Or go to your friend's house. Also, don't hesitate to get expert suggestions for the best choice that suits your home environment. And that will also be long lasting. So, let's go for it. The last 1,000 kitchens done in Metro Detroit, 900 are white kitchens. Prove me wrong. 248-539-9797. Think about it, friends. Trendy, white cabinets, shaker, white shaker. I'm telling you, the last 1,000 kitchens sold anywhere, white shaker is over 900 of them. Right, Tom Inger? How about EW Kitchens? KSI? Curtis? What's after that? Then you got what? Gray? Grage? Come on. The trend's already over. I remember in the 80s, Marilat Avia. White film, white cabinets. Marilat Avia. That was the popular cabinet. Now what's popular? Tell me. White shaker? Or are wood cabinets coming back? Remember maple? Frosted maple. Honey maple. Oak cabinets. Cherry. Dark cherry. Remember dark cherry with black granite? Ooh. Bachelor pad. Trendy's not always best friends. Okay? Find one that you like today and you'll enjoy it. That's all. Think about that. 248-539-9797. We're talking about myths in home improvement that you need to get rid of. So far, we talked about being trendy is always the best. I don't agree. Expensive material, add value to your home? Not so much. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about cracks in your basement and cracks in the walls. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Higher It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We're talking about myths about home improvement and how to get rid of them. We already said expensive materials will add value to your home. It won't. Trendy is always best. No, I don't agree. I don't think trendy is the best. Here's one. Cracks in your walls. Is it a big issue? Are cracks in your walls always a big issue? Think about that. Don't panic if you see minor cracks in your home structure. Most cracks are just the result of minor expansion and contraction, not a structural failure. In major cases, you can call a structural engineer to confirm that. Experienced professionals can give you an accurate analysis of your home and design a repair foundation solution. Just like basement waterproofing company, there's epoxy injection. In fact, someone on here just said that. Let's see. Dan, thinking about finishing my basement. It was finish your basement, waterproof it. Yeah. Water always wins. If you finish your basement, make sure you waterproof it. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Glenn Hagee used to say that water always wins. That's why we have a Grand Canyon. Yeah, you want to make sure your basement's dry before you finish it. That's for sure. I just had a flood in my basement, and my basement hasn't flooded in years, but this last storm was a doozy. Black cabinets and appliances. Ooh, I like that. Black chrome is kind of a fad, but who knows? Let's see who else. Oh, by the way, if you have a question or a comment this morning, 248-539-9797. If you're a contractor, I'd like to hear from you. We'll give you a shout out. Brendan with Basement Waterproofing of Michigan Foundation Crack Injections. Quick and easy. They come with a lifetime warranty that transfers. Give us a call and get a free estimate. I like that. Basement Waterproofing of Michigan. Hi, Adam. I have a pole barn style up north. The shell is complete, but nothing on the inside is done except the floor. It has a metal roof and metal siding. I've experienced different opinions regarding the insulation in the walls. All spray foam is a good choice, but then I've also been told about flash and bat, but I've been told moisture collects between the batting and spray foam. And then complete batting with what's told also collects. All right, so let me just tell you this. Spray foam on a metal pole barn is the way to go. It works. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. A little pricey. Go for the highest R value they'll give you if it's like a 2 or 3 inch thick, because I think it's like R6 per inch. So you don't need to go more than 3 inches of spray foam on the walls. Ceiling, I'm not sure. But I got some more. I got Devin. If you have contractors, if you need a contractor, I got a guy who's good spray foam. He'll go to Cadillac, Michigan. Anyways, give me a call 248-539-9797. I mean, text me if you have a question. If you're a contractor, you want to shout out. We're talking about myths in home improvement. Here's a myth that I love fighting with people about. I can do it myself. DIY is all the rage. It always has been. However, I'm the guy who started the trend, the opposite of do-it-yourself. In fact, Hire It Done was created for the anti-do-it-yourselfers. I was on Glenn Hagee's show as a contractor in the 90s. And I said to Glenn, I'll never forget this. And by the way, he was one of the smartest men in home improvement. Next to my father, Glenn Hagee was really smart. We had a really good relationship. I wrote a couple chapters in his book. One of his books. He wrote a couple books. By the way, I'm going to be writing a book. That's right. I'm going to be publishing a book called Wake Up Before the Sawdust Settles. It's a home improvement book. Coming out next year. Anyways. Doing it yourself. I was on Glenn Hagee's show, and I said to Glenn, I said, hey, this is in the 90s, like 95, 96. I said, Glenn, here's the deal. My company advertises on your show. You bring us on as an expert guest. When you mention my name, the phone rings on Monday morning like crazy. So what I'd like to do, Glenn, is I'd like to spend more money marketing on your show, but I want to be the sponsor of a segment called Do It For Me. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, not everyone can do it themselves, Glenn. And there are people who listen to you, and there are people who think what you say matters. Okay, Adam, so what are you saying? I'm saying let my company sponsor a segment called Do It For Me. And you're going to say, when it's time to hang up your DIY tools and you want someone to do it for you, then you should hire it done. Think about that. And Glenn said to me, Adam, while I appreciate your enthusiasm, I'm going to politely ask you to shut your mouth. Don't tell me how to do my show. America's addicted to home improvement, and that's it. They're addicted to do it yourself, not do it for me. And I said to myself, ooh, I must have hit a nervous spot. And in the back of my head, I said, you know what? I'm going to do a show opposite of do-it-yourself one day. That was in 1990s. And I never really planned on doing it. And then fast forward, here I am. I've been doing Hired Done on radio since 2005. Not bad. 16 years. We'll have a 20th anniversary party. 248-539-9797. You got a question? Google can't answer? You a contractor? You want to shout out? It's Shout Out Saturday. Your knowledge may not be sufficient enough to design a whole remodeling project yourself, right? Your appetite to save money, though, by doing everything yourself, can sometimes have the opposite result if you don't have enough skills, experience, or time. Thank you. That's my whole point. If you say, oh, I'm going to do my own bathroom, good luck. Have at it. I love you. I respect you. But guess what? How much is your time worth? I usually ask people, how much is your time worth? They look at me, what do you mean? I go, well, if I were to hire you per hour, how much are you going to charge me? Well, I don't know. I said, well, I'm $500 an hour. What? Yeah, I said $500 an hour. How much are you? I don't know. $60 an hour? Let's just use $50 an hour. Okay. So now you're doing your own project, right? You go to Home Depot. You spend 3 hours going there, driving there, picking up a sledgehammer, a crowbar, garbage bags, right? So 3 hours later, that's $50 an hour. That's $150. And then whatever you spend at Home Depot. And then you're demoing your bathroom. And then 4 or 5 hours later, you say, I got to take a break. My back hurts. My knees hurt. Let's go get some lunch. And then at lunch, you say, oh, boy, forgot something at Home Depot. Then you go to Home Depot and you see a Makita DeWalt brand toolkit on sale. And you're like, I could use that for my bathroom. And then you buy it. And you say, I'll use it for other things. And you're there another 2 hours. That's 5 hours. And plus you spent $400 on tools. And then you wake up the next day. Your back is sore. Your arms, your shoulders are sore. Your knees hurt. You're like, oh, man, am I sore? What's up? And then you're like, oh, it's from the bathroom. And you're like, oh, yeah, the bathroom. And then you got to work again. So you're not ahead. While you're paying a contractor to do the job, maybe you can have time and spend it with your son. Play baseball. Your daughter. Take her to the movies. 248-539-9797. You got a question Google can answer? We're talking about myths in home improvement. When we come back, I got a few more. Is it expensive to go green? You going to add a pool? How about buy more? You can always buy more later. We're going to find those in a minute. My name's Adam Helfman. Keep it locked in. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. What's going on in your home improvement list today? Anything good? Let me hear about it. 248-539-9797. We're talking about myths. Does adding a pool always add value? A lot of people think adding a swimming pool and or a hot tub is a sure selling point. But that may not be true. The value of a pool is largely determined by the location and the climate of the region. In Michigan, where we reside, having a pool is a short-term fun. Literally. Think about that. I mean, really, folks. What do you think will happen? Get to use it, what? May, June, July, August? This May, you didn't get a chance. It was too cold. Maybe September, 5 months. It's not easy. But adding a pool could be reasonable in a place that you have a hot climate, but it's generally useless in a place with a cold one. It's also a big liability. Think about that. Here's a good one. Is it expensive to go green? That's the question. And that's important because think about it, my friends. Green products may be more expensive, but not all of them. Moreover, the government and manufacturers may consider heavy discounts to promote the green building practices. Also, energy-saving systems may appear more expensive at the beginning, but save a lot of money in the long run. That's true, right? Going green isn't always about buying stuff, though. There are many cost-free techniques to going green as well. It may cost you nothing to start living green by making smart choices in everyday activities. That's true. But here's what you can do. You can turn off lights when you leave a room. Unplug electronics when not in use. That's a big one. Using less water by turning off the faucet when brushing your teeth or scrubbing dishes, and reusing rather than throwing away to reduce waste. That's true. Here's the other thing. You go with Trex decking. It's a green product, right? Think about that. If you do Trex, what's the savings? It costs more than wood. But Trex is not zero maintenance, it's low maintenance. Okay? And with wood, you got to stain it every couple of years. So over the 10-year period, you're saving 5 stain jobs. So there's definitely a savings, at least in my opinion. Thoughts on a backflow water valve for basement to prevent sewer backups? I think if the city allows it, do it. I mean, let the water in the poop come out of the drains in another basement, not yours. Especially if you have a finished basement or you store expensive or artifacts or family heirlooms. Yeah. The basement's not designed to flood. Put a backflow preventer on it, but you got to make sure that whatever backflows it goes to doesn't flood out your neighbor. Check with the city because the city allows it. Shelby Mechanical does them. He's pretty good at it. He knows. By the way, it's not cheap to do that, but all it takes is one flood to prevent. Trust me when I tell you. And that's important. Anyways, you could say that it didn't work when he gave some tips to save money on your own. Nothing major till I can point out, but you can't. I don't know what that means. Anyways, 248-539-9797. You got a question? Love to help you out. Glenn Hagee promoted common sense fixes in your home. Yeah, that's right. You could do on your own. Nothing major that I can point out, but you can't say it didn't work out when he gave tips to save money. No, of course. Glenn Hagee gave great tips. When it came to do it yourself, he ruled the roost. I'm talking about when it's time to hire a contractor. You don't want to get burned, okay? And not in today's society, people don't have time to do it themselves. It used to be, hey, guys, you want to come over and build a deck? I got a couple 6-packs, 24-packs of beer. I'll get all the work. Let's go. We'll have a good day. Are you kidding me? Who has time to do that anymore? I'll give you time. The time now is now. Okay? The time is now. And now it's time to find a contractor. So what's the big elephant in the room? Well, every contractor I talk to says they can't find employees. Really? We all know that. Do you think when they cut off the unemployment in September, if they do you think it's going to add to people in the marketplace? Are people really sitting at home, just collecting unemployment, milking it till they have to get a job? That, I think, is what's happening. We're going to find out real soon because every contractor at Hire Done is hiring. So, friends, if you're thinking about getting a job, let's be smart. Be smart, okay? Anyways, what else is there besides going green? How about you can buy more later? As soon as you start a home improvement project, buy all the materials needed for it. That's important. Who knows? Items may go out of stock or have a different batch or lot number. The price may increase later. We know about pricing going up now. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I love this flooring. Let's just do this one room, but maybe we can add it later. That comes into the mud as well. I can hang wallpaper anywhere. Is wallpaper making a comeback, by the way? Does anyone know a wallpaper installer? I got a guy. Super expensive. That's the problem. I can always buy more later. I can hang wallpaper anywhere. Wallpaper can look disgusting and ugly if it's not hung properly, especially if there's a pattern. You should always be about where and how you choose to hang proper wallpaper. Also think before being put up permanently. Wallpaper goes out of style. And then taking it down is never easy to glue. It's always a headache. Here's a myth. Adding a bedroom is better than adding a bathroom. Does anyone agree with that? Would you rather have a bathroom or a bedroom? Can you sleep on the toilet? Ooh. I once fell asleep on the toilet. I'm thinking about putting armrests on my toilet. I got to call the guys from Advanced Plumbing. Do they make armrests? I mean, they make handicap accessible grab bars. I'm talking about like a chair with armrests. Now that, my friends, could be a new invention. Your toilet armrests. Kind of like with a cup holder. Maybe a USB charger in it. I mean, come on, don't tell me you guys don't do Snapchat, Instagram, or Facebook on the toilet. Everybody does. Again, it all depends on the conditions and requirements. If you only have one or two bedrooms to start with in your home, adding a bedroom before adding a second bath is probably a wise choice, since most buyers are more attracted to a 3-bedroom home. I gotcha. On the other hand, if you already have 3 bedrooms and only 1 bath, your next investment should probably be a new bathroom. Think about that. How about remodeling adding value to your home? Will any remodeling job add value to your home? Remodeling may not always add value to your home. For instance, combining 2 smaller bedrooms to create 1 larger bedroom may better fit your lifestyle today. But it may also cause the home to lose value in the eyes of a future buyer who needs 2 separate rooms. Think about that, my friends. Inside improvements are better than outside improvements. That's a great one. Think about it. What is an inside improvement compared to an outside? Try to give priority to both inside and outside home improvements. For a home buyer, the first impression of your home is always the outside design, right? But if you can't please them with the exterior design, it'll be difficult to impress them based on interior designs. That's the problem. But hey, what can I tell you? I digress, right, my friends? 248-539-9797. You got a question Google can't answer? Tell me what's on your mind today. My show's not a toilet, for sure. That we know. However, you want a good toilet, listen to my show and we'll let you know, LaDonna. That's all. You know how that rolls, right? So, what else is on your home improvement list? Tell me. How about painting that hides defects? you ever think about that? How about the paint people think that thinks will stop basement leaking? Like, oh, paint the walls, it'll stop it. Anyways, we're going to talk more. If you have a question this morning, text me 248-539-9797. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. What is on your home improvement list today? You got anything fun planned around the house? I do. I'm going to be making pizzas. Can't wait. Anyways, has anyone heard of the Siligun? S-I-L-I gun. Siligun. It's a caulk gun, but it's small. It's pretty huge innovation, to be honest. It's a compact, lightweight caulk gun that I noticed. I saw some guy using it. I'm like, what is that? Like mini. And he's like, watch this. It has a 12-to-1, whatever they call it, ratio where it really pumps out. And the way the lever is designed and the way it receives the caulk tube. Seriously, it's cool. You should check it out. The Siligun, it's called Siligun. I have no affiliation with them, but I just looked it up recently. I'm like, wow, it fits in a toolbox. It's only, listen, the Siligun is 4 inches. And how do you fit a full tube of silicone in there? It's cool. Go check it out online. Siligun, Siligun, siliguns.com. I was kind of impressed with it. So, what's on your home improvement list, friends? You gonna find a contractor? What is some of your what's some of your like reservations about hiring a contractor? The contractor says, "Oh, I can change your electrical. I just got to watch a YouTube video, and then I'll come over and take care of it." Does that scare you? If the contractor says, "I want to watch a YouTube video," that would scare me, right? A YouTube video. Yikes. So what do? Finding a contractor is not easy, friends. It's never been. Just because they advertise on TV doesn't mean they're good. Think about that. How about when you call contractors and they don't call you back? Isn't that frustrating? I mean, it goes both ways. I had a homeowner got a hold of me. She's actually a celebrity. I'm not going to name her name, obviously, because I don't want to embarrass her, but she couldn't find anyone. And then she said, "Oh, another celebrity that I did work for said, just use Adam." She goes, "Oh, I forgot to call Adam." So they call me, and I said, "Look, here's the deal. You want a deck? No problem. However, right now finding a good contractor is going to take months. I can make some calls, and I can let you know." She said, "Okay, fine." 2 days later, she texts me, "Hey, what's going on? Have you gotten a guy yet?" I said, "I told you I'm going to make some calls and then I'll let you know." So I can already know that they're like in a hurry. So finally, by the end of the week, got a guy. Now, before I called her at the end of the week, I texted her midweek and said, "Hey, I got a couple guys that are interested. I'll let you know end of the week." So fine. So finally, my guy says, "Yeah, I'll go take a look at it." I meet my guy there. They're not home. They're up north. And I go there and I measure it up. My guy says to me, "Here's the deal, Adam. I can fit this in 2 weeks, but the labor is going to be about $18,000. I said, "Okay." I got the square footage. I called my Trex my Trex supplier, and his material price was $12,000. So it's $30,000 just in material and labor for the deck. So I get a proposal together and I send it to them, and I say, "Hey, my guy Matt, I got the pricing. Here's the Trex that you wanted, blah, 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 to do this, and we're going to start within 4 weeks. We're going to start the job within 4 weeks of the material arriving at your house." Think about that. And the material is 3-4 weeks away. So if you do the timing, it's going to be October. And so I explained it to them very clearly. And some people only want to hear what they want and listen to what they want. So what's the answer? "Oh, that's way out of our budget." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I just went through all this whole process, and I said, "Remember when we first talked? I told you a deck like this is $30,000 to $40,000. You said, okay. We're in at $33,000. Now it's out of your budget. What changed from when we first talked? Well, we weren't sure. Now we don't think it's worth it. We don't want to spend that kind of money." Okay, so what now? What can they do any cheaper? I said, "Yeah, get rid of the Trex. Go with wood, treated lumber, and you'll save a few thousand, not a lot. That's it." And I'm like, "Yeah, so you want something you can't afford, or you can afford it, you just don't want to spend the money. That sounds like to me where you're at." Well, I don't know what to say. What do you tell someone that happens to? So now I call them back. I email them, say, "Hey, let me know what you want to do." No response. Yelling and screaming, "Where is the price? When are we going to get started? I need this." No. Are you a contractor? Do you have that same thing? They rush you to come out there. Then when it's time to make a price or a decision, they ghost you or they don't respond in time. Contractors are people too, friends. If you're a contractor and you just heard this and you agree with me, text me. I want to know. 248-539-9797. Homeowners deserve respect. Don't get me wrong. But the one homeowner that decides to use you and then, suck all your information out of you and then just ghost you, who does that? A lot of people. That's the problem. A lot of people. So that's why you got to be careful. That's why when contractors say to you, listen, Mrs. and Mrs. Homeowner, we want both homeowners there. Now, it's 2021. I'm going to go on record and saying, if you're a home improvement company that needs both homeowners there, I understand why you say that. However, in today's date and time, it's going to lose you more business than it's going to get you. That's the truth. I am not going to require both homeowners to be there. Now, I will say to the person on the phone, hey, listen, typically we like both homeowners there, but in today's society, we understand you both can't be there. So what we want you to do is be prepared for a few things. One, we're only going to be there an hour and a half. Two, we're going to ask you questions that you need to know the answer to. What are the questions, Mr. Contractor? We're going to ask you a budget. If you're not prepared to tell us a budget, we may not be able to help you. As a homeowner, you should say, well, you know what? I know what I want. I don't know the budget because I don't know what it costs. You're the expert. Tell me the cost. All right, Mrs. Homeowner. We'll give you an idea when we come out there. And then, due to scheduling and due to how busy we are, we're going to need you to make a decision pretty quickly when we get everything together. Now, yeah, you want to think it over with your significant other? No problem. Have at it. All good. However, it's important for you to know that if you wait and then you call back, prices could go up. Scheduling. Oh, yeah. We've got 4 more weeks of work that we just sold last week because you decided to sleep on it. Those are the consequences and risks you take today, friends. I don't want you to get screwed. I want you to plan it properly. And right now, coming up on August, it's still July, but August is tomorrow. I want to tell you something. It's important for you to know something. And that something is if you're planning on if you're if you're planning a project and you want something done, plan for it for the spring. Get all the prices now, get in line, pick your material, plan for the spring. It's the truth. Hey, does cutting down a tree improve your home value? Depends. If the tree's about to fall on the house, yeah, cut it down. Take a before picture. So let the people know. I just got ghosted by a customer only to find out that my brother's company had coincidentally underbid me by $1,000. Bill with Diversified Painting. Hey, Bill, I need a good painter. Get a hold of me. I just built a home with newer insulation. Upstairs gets warmer in the summer and cooler in the winter. We did not put in 2 zones for the HVAC. Would it be wise to have a second zone added for the upstairs? Also, are HEPA filters worth adding to the HVAC system for the whole home? Yeah. Get a HEPA filter. Better filtration. If the problem is that the upstairs gets warmer in the summer, your house isn't insulated properly. It's not to do with the film. You have a lot of leakage in your ductwork. Probably the room over the garage. HEPA filters are good because they clean the air better. But really, you should get a MERV rated filter, MERV 16 or higher. That's more important. MERV, remember that. Go to Higher Dumfries. You got some great contractors running right. Air Temp Mechanical, we got a few good ones. Anyways, you got to do that. By the way, if anyone has a question, you can always go to hireitdone.com, click on Ask Adam. My email is adam@hireitdone.com. I'm always around. I love pizza, as you all know. Got a pizza oven. I can't stand it. It's so good. It's so good. I figured out why I'm burning pizza, so no more pizza fails, my friends. So if you have a good home improvement project and it's a longer one, I'd start planning now. Expect it to get done next year. Seriously. Contractors who can show up right away, I don't know about them. But hey, you never know. There's still good ones out there. Things happen. I want to start talking about concrete leveling. Next week, concrete leveling as an alternative. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you have an awesome weekend. I'll be making pizzas. My name's Adam Helfman, and this is the Hire It Done Radio Network.